What is the best diet for fat loss? Is it keto? Is it intermittent fasting? Is it veganism or going vegan? Or is it if you fit your macros, IIFYM, or flexible dieting? The answer is, it's any diet that gets you into a caloric deficit. That is the only way that we are going to lose weight. So if you're going keto and you're having a moderate amount of protein and a high amount of fat and low amount of carbs, and you're in a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. But you're not losing weight just because you're magically doing keto. The reason I don't really recommend keto to clients is because it's very hard to be compliant or adherent to. You have to avoid carbohydrates. You have to stop eating popcorn, sushi, ice cream, noodles, rice, sushi, all this kind of stuff we have to avoid. And that's our preferred energy source, carbohydrates. So when we start avoiding that, sometimes we can get cravings and we can struggle to stick to a diet, and then dieting feels like a pain in the ass when losing weight should be easy because all you have to do is be in a caloric deficit. Intermittent fasting is time restrictive eating. Generally, people would skip breakfast and eat their food for the day from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's an 8-hour eating window. And it's easy maths. You can't eat the same amount of food in 8 hours as you would in 24 hours. Oh, well, you can, but it's harder to do that because, eating 4,000 calories in 8 hours is very tricky. But you can eat 4,000 calories throughout a whole day quite easily just because of the time in between. So, once again, it's not magical. It's just time restrictive eating, and it works for a lot of people. So if that is you, and it's easier for you to skip breakfast and eat less amount of calories in 8 hours, then do that. Intermittent fasting is a tool in the box, just like every other diet. Veganism. I like veganism. It encourages you to eat more unprocessed whole foods, more vegetables, more fruit, and obviously more plant-based products. But just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. Yes, vegetables and fruit are less calorie dense than other processed options, but just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're automatically going to lose weight. If you're in a caloric deficit, you will. And if it fits your macros or flexible dieting, eating whatever you want but eating towards your macros, that can work for fat loss if your calories are in a caloric deficit. Once again, all these diets, keto, veganism, intermittent fasting, if it fits your macros, flexible dieting, they will all work for you if you get yourself into a caloric deficit where you will lose weight. Don't be romantic about a certain diet type. If you don't like keto, don't do it. If you don't like intermittent fasting, you don't have to fast. If you don't want to go vegan, don't go vegan. If you don't want to eat flexibly, then don't eat flexibly. Go eat a meal plan. But if you want to lose weight, if fat loss or weight loss is your goal, like 99% of the world, all you have to do is get into a caloric deficit and you will successfully lose weight. And how do we do that? We eat less and we move more. Caloric intake is a massive factor, how much you eat, but people often forget caloric output and how much we move. So if you're not losing weight, you're not in a caloric deficit. So you have to eat less or move more, increase your steps, increase your training frequency. Those are ways for you to get into a caloric deficit. Thank you very much.